why Cody Rhodes needs to finish his story at WrestleMania 40. What's up, guys? Jobber Steve here, and we're going to kind of go over what Cody means when he says finish the story. I see a lot of people that are saying, like, what even is the story? Where is this coming from? And I'm going to try and explain it in as short of a fashion as I can. But needless to say, it's quite a doozy. This all begins in 1977, 47 years ago at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' dad, wrestles Jesse the Body Ventura for the then WWF Championship, and he wins by countout. However, Jesse the Body Ventura had what was called the champion's advantage, meaning you cannot win the title through a countout or a disqualification. You have to pin or submit the champion to take home the belt. So while Dusty did get to hold the belt up in front of the fans, and he got to hold it for a second, right whenever he got backstage, he had to give the belt back to Vince McMahon Sr. Eventually, when Cody Rhodes gets older, he does some high school wrestling and he decides he wants to be a pro wrestler whenever he grows up, just like his dad. And so we end up with the young Cody Rhodes. He joins Randy Orton in a tag team, I think that was called The Legacy or something like that. And he had his first run with the company. He was Intercontinental Champion. He ended up having the dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick. It's one of my favorite Cody Rhodes gimmicks. And, he was doing pretty well until this happens. They end up giving Cody Rhodes probably the worst gimmick they probably could have. Since Cody Rhodes is Dustin Rhodes or Goldust's brother, they ended up giving him this gimmick and calling it Stardust. And Cody Rhodes was very frustrated with this. He was unable to get out of the mid-card picture. And, he was just really unable to make it work. No matter how much he tried to get this over with the fans, it just wasn't connecting. It was too weird, too strange, and it just wasn't really working. And so Cody ends up asking WWE for his release from the company, and he goes off to go and do his own thing. He works the indies for a while, and then he gets together with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and they start All Elite Wrestling. And so Cody Rhodes wrestles there for a while. He even actually ends up becoming an executive vice president of the company. He was working as an executive and trying his best to work every week as a wrestler as well. He ended up getting the TNT title, which is like their mid-card title. It's like the television title from back in the day. And, and it worked until his contract came up. And then he decided he wanted to re-sign with the WWE. So at WrestleMania 38, Cody Rhodes returns, and he is brought back. It's pomp and circumstance. People are throwing their babies in the air, and he comes back and he wrestles Seth Rollins and wins. Unfortunately, after a few months, as you can see up here, Cody Rhodes ends up tearing his pectoral muscle, ends up wrestling a match against Seth Rollins, which was absolutely insane. He must have been in so much pain doing that Hell in a Cell match. And he has to step away for a while. So unfortunately, we missed about 6 months. But Cody Rhodes does come back in time for the Royal Rumble. He comes in at number 30, throws Gunther over the top rope, and wins a chance to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and win the championship his dad never held. Unfortunately, at WrestleMania 39, Cody Rhodes does not finish the story. He does not defeat Roman Reigns, and we're left with a scene like this at the end of the match. For some reason, someone threw a rubber chicken into the ring. That actually kind of made me laugh. That's a little Easter egg. So we go on through the rest of the wrestling year. Cody Rhodes wrestles Brock Lesnar 3 times. He wins 2 out of the 3 matches. And then he goes on to win the tag titles with Jey Uso. Yeet! And that was a short-lived title reign, but it was fun while we had it. And then eventually Royal Rumble comes around, and Cody wins the Royal Rumble again, becoming one of the few people to ever win a Royal Rumble back-to-back. And so now he's set to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. But it's not without its controversy. Y'all might have seen in my Rock recap about his heel turn and all that Cody does say, it's not going to be at WrestleMania. The Rock comes out. There's a lot of backlash. We want Cody. We want Cody. Eventually it gets changed back, and Cody's going to take on Roman at WrestleMania. The Rock slaps Cody across the face, and it's kind of where we are now. Now at Elimination Chamber, Cody said he wants to face The Rock one-on-one as well and get, his receipt for The Rock slapping him. And that leads us to where we are now. Cody's going to take on The Rock, and then he wants to take on Roman Reigns. And in my opinion, he needs to finish the story this year at WrestleMania. This is a story that's been going on ever since 1977. I don't care what you want to say about the biggest WrestleMania main event ever was taken away from you, or you can say whatever you want about the Tribal Chief and, oh, he's about to beat Hogan. That doesn't matter. Because we have a story that's been going on ever since Dusty Rhodes was still alive and still active in wrestling. And Cody needs to do this for his dad. On top of that, he lost last year. So if he loses this year, he loses all credibility. The crowd's not necessarily going to turn on Cody. They're going to turn on the product as a whole because they're not going to trust Paul Triple H Levesque's booking and be able to, do what's right by his talent. The whole reason Cody came back to WWE in the first place was to hold this title. The same title that has the lineage of the WWF title. The same title that Jesse the Body Ventura was holding whenever Dusty Rhodes got the Dusty finish with the countout. So yeah, if you like videos like this, I do recaps, I do trivia facts, I do, wrestling reactions and all of that. Trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can start doing live content with you guys, and start hosting spaces where we can all talk. If you like the video, throw it a like. If you have something to say, throw it in the comments. And if you like what you see, give me a follow. Thank you.